Alright, how's it going? We're here for a special edition of Redneck Rocket Program. So we're basically just checking out the new system and this new update. And I thought an idea would be to try to upgrade this station. This is my, here, it's easier to do it this way. This is the Space Station 2 that is in orbit around Kerbal. Turbine, and it's in a high orbit. And in this version, there is now a inventory system, way more than what there was in the DLC. This has been added to the main game apparently. The issue is that I'm seeing right now is each one of your Kerbals, let me EVA this one. You'll notice there is no jetpack. If she let go of that ladder right now, she would be screwed. Because they have made jetpacks and parachutes part of your inventory, where you can take them out. And it has to do with the overall weight of your craft as well, what inventory they have. So if you have an older save and you update, anybody you have out in orbit is not going to have those items in their inventory. So I'm thinking maybe I should bring a ship up here with a couple EVA packs to give to these two Kerbals. See, this is the inventory for the capsule, this part, and this is the inventory for the Kerbin. I was also thinking I want to see if I can get one of those big solar panels and actually see if I can attach one. So let's go back to the Space Center. I have other things that I need to do, but we're going to save that for streaming. For this, we're just going to check this out. So I need an engineer because they're the ones that can change stuff, which is kind of nice because that adds more use for an actual engineer. Let's see what kind of ships I have. Gravinator, drill, flyby, orbiter, fuel barges, Kerbin gravinator, bunch of Kerbin gravinators, sat launch, orbiter, rescuer, sat launch, landers. I don't have a space station, space station, space station, space station resource. What is this? Oh, that's just the capsule. Okay, that's not what we want. And a testing rig. Okay, so I don't have a space station rendezvous ship. So let's get Kerbin Rescuer 2. That doesn't look too terrible. Rather than building a brand new ship, we might be able to get away with this. So I guess first thing here is I don't need any of that crap. And we don't need any of the science stuff. Take all that off there. And another change they did was RCS. So this is the stock RCS. Well, you now have different variants of it. You have this one, which has a side thing on it. You have this one, which is the same as this one, just the block design. And then this one that has no sideways, but it has the out, so it'll go forward and backwards, and only the directions that you have them on your ship. And I don't know, there's also this one that doesn't have the side ones. This is just for forwards and back. And I can definitely see where these would come in handy if you just needed a ship to go forwards and back. You didn't need to, if you were trying to do real small incremental orbit changes or something, or maneuver changes, so you didn't worry about the left and right. But I think I'm going to stick with these. There is also this one, which is a new one. Let's go ahead and purchase this. And these are smaller. That is really useful because there's times where these big ones are too much, especially when you're doing, I've got a satellite one where I like to put RCS on my satellite, and these big ones are just way too much. So those will be nice for that. There's also this one, which is a linear one. So that's just a single nozzle, similar to that one, but again, the smaller one. Alright. I don't know what is going on with my sound right now, so sorry about that cutting out like that. Let's get rid of that solar panel. We're gonna have to get rid of the top parachute. We're going to dock with the junior node on the front, because there's a normal node on the side, but there's a junior node on the top. So we're going to use that. We'll catch up with that one. We're going to keep these on here, but we're going to put them down here. And then we'll just get two of the, want two of these. Put them on the side, make sure we can EVA. And see, when you click in here, there's Valentina, is who's set to be our pilot, and she has no inventory. So you got to make sure that you go into cargo here, and there's the personal parachute. So if we wanted her to have a parachute, we could give her that. And I guess they don't stack. Some things stack, but we're not going to worry about giving her a parachute because she's not going to need one. But we can also give her her EVA jetpack, and instead of a parachute, we can give her extra cylinders. So that'll allow her to have extra fuel. Not sure that I'm going to need her to have extra fuel, but now what we're going to do though is we're going to change her out for this guy, because he's an engineer. And they're supposed to be, these are the repair kits. So that's new things that they added. Apparently there's going to be contracts now to go and repair things, to actually show using those. And there's supposed to be some kind of like personal science experiment for Kerbins, but I don't know where that is. I don't see it. Only the regular deployable ones. Oh, and they also have this one that you had before that you can store things in, but now I notice that there are two new ones. There is the large one. This will fit the Mach 2. Has all kinds of room in it. And then you have this nice little one here that I could put like back here. And that's what I'm going to use to put the EVA jetpacks for the other two in. So there we go. We're going to stick that back there. Oh crap, I need just one of them. I'll put it right there. And I'm going to take that antenna off of there. I'm going to put a different antenna on it. There we go. And then let's go to the antenna. I definitely want to have an antenna because I'm going to leave this Kerbal up there. So I guess I'll still use this one, but instead I'm going to put it right above the door. He's not really going to be EVAing, so it shouldn't be an issue. And there is one inventory slot for the capsule. Apparently they redid the balance of the weight for the capsules to take into account the weight of your Kerbal's inventory and the inventory of the capsule itself. So if you want to try to lighten your load a little bit, apparently you can do so that way. Let's see, I also want to, that's too damn big. Is there how small is this? That'll work. And then this here, they're used to, there it is. So that'll work. I can put that down here. So that'll pop off. Although I'm also going to, oh hey, they've got a nice button there that gives you all the storages. Huh. Well, that's nice. I didn't realize that. Put those in there. And because I put him in there, he actually ended up with his parachute and his EVA pack. So I got to change that. Good thing I looked at that. Alright, so we have RCS, we have parachutes. We're going to heat shield, which I shouldn't really need. We have our rocket. Yeah, we should be good to fly up there and see if we can do that. Now, what I did want to see is it possible to put one of these big ass things in here? I'm guessing it's going to be too heavy. Construction only parts. Huh. Oh, I forgot I need to put one of these on here because I took the top one off. Basically, I'm going to let this come back So we cannot take and change over. That kind of sucks. Even if I use one of the... If I put this big bitch on here, which we're not going to do, but if I put that on there, yeah, it still won't let me put it in there. Put the little ones in. You can put little ones in if you ever need them, but you can't put the great big ones. Those are construction only. You can put those in. The little batteries you can put in. About a fuel cell. Yeah, fuel cells. Alright. So just not the big ass one. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and fly this guy up there. And see if we can... Oh, wait. I forgot the solar panel. Let's go ahead and get 2 of these put on here. And we'll go to action group. Number 1 is... Oh, that's the science one. And then... Wait a minute, number 1 is not supposed to be science stuff. Number 1 is this. I have a thing that I normally do, but number 1 is my antenna and my solar panels, and number 2 is for science stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and change the name of this to a Kerbin Space Station visiting 1. Terrible, but it works. Alright, save that. Launch ship. Alright, SAS. Oh. If I can't turn SAS on, I screwed something up. I forgot to put on the remote guidance system. I need a way to get the ship back when he stays there. Got so busy messing with everything else, I forgot all about that. So, there we go. Remote guidance system. Now we can save it and launch. And now I'll be able to turn on my SAS. So our Kerbal is just a passenger. We're going to be flying this bad boy remotely. Now hopefully when I'm back to being able to stream again, hopefully next month, we can get back to work on getting to Eve. Alright, so that's our target. We are here, and they are there, so that's not too terrible. Be a little bit behind them, but not too much. So let's kick the tires and light the fires. Why in the heck do I have those little things on here? Oh, because I still have a skipper on this one. I probably need to adjust that at some point. I should have a mainsail on there, not a skipper. That might be just a little bit too much power. It's been a while since I drove this ship. Not quite sure why I have these big old boosters on here. It's probably way more than I need because I'm still on booster power and I'm at 19. Alright, let's drop them off and then cut that engine down. We're in the upper part of the atmosphere, already at and above 70. So we pretty much just went straight up. Let's go sideways a bit. Luckily, we're going to a high orbit. We're going up to 266, so being at 70 is not a big deal. We're also in the upper part of the atmosphere, so there's not a whole lot of wind resistance or air resistance here. So we're not wasting much fuel to be burning right now. Here in just a second, we'll be breaking out of the atmosphere. Alright, we are now in space. And probably need to cut that engine. Let's zoom on up here a bit closer. We need to be at 92. We're at 89. Alright, that'll work right there. Finish circulating this orbit. We should run out of fuel right before we do so. And now we can drop that. It'll fall back to Kerbin. And we can now engage these and finish circulating the orbit. 40, 50. It's not perfectly circled, but it will work. Alright, so we're not far off of there. So we just need to somehow we are way off. Apparently he is way off. So we're gonna have to deal with an inclination change. Let's go ahead and get out there to, let's see, 260 on that side, so we'll go just about the same. I'll actually go probably about 250-ish. 220, that'll work, because we're gonna get a little bit of extra when we we'll go a little further. That'll work. Now we're gonna warp over to there. When we get out here, I need to hit number 1 and pop out the solar panels, which will be on the dark side, so they're not going to do a whole lot of good, but that'll work for the moment. Alright, so now the space station is right behind us. We're going to speed up. Alright. Now, with it being behind us, we need to go a little bit slower. So we need to get our orbit outside of theirs rather than inside. And right there is our closest approach coming in. 49, 30, 20, 15, 8, 7, 7.4. That's not too bad. So we'll go ahead and go for that right there. Although we're going to do a maneuver here. And we're going to deal with this issue, which should make that a little bit better. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0. That's going to be 9.6 now. So we'll need to adjust that just a tiny bit. Let's see if we go slower is not going to do it. Let's go down here. 9.6. That's going way too slow. 4, 3, 2. Pull that right on over here. Oh yeah, look at that right there. 0.3. Alright. So now let's warp to the next maneuver. Set to our maneuver node. We got a burn time of 9 seconds. So we'll speed up time here. We're going to get to where we're going to burn at about 5 seconds. Maybe 6, just because I'm not going to go full on at the end. So we'll burn. And off. We're going to shut that off and then take it manually. Alright, 1 is not horrible. So now we can warp around there. And there we go. So now we're set to target. We're set to retro. It's actually going away from us because I warped in too far. We can get them over here. Get that so it's directed right at them. It's not perfect, but it's close. Kill the speed. And now they're coming back at us, or at least close. Now I can go this way. We can adjust this. That'll get them coming closer to right at us. Now we can speed up time. And now they're going away again. This is just where we got to do a whole lot of maneuvering to fix the orbit. Alright, push that back over there. That's pretty damn good right there. It's off just a touch, but it's good enough for this. Now we can speed back up again. That should bring him in a lot better than last time. Whoa, something going flying by there. Alright, there they are. Now we're going to go ahead and turn on RCS instead. Let's see if we can, in RCS, so I need to set this to locked. And, oh, they're starting to go by. Let's turn that off for just a second. Let's kill this. And let's go ahead and use RCS this time. So we don't want to go too fast. Speed up and bring them on in here. Bring this up so we can make sure that we got electrical charge and everything. The sun's right behind us. We're pretty much an optical area to do this. Alright, looks like they're moving away again. So we're going to shoot towards them some more. We're only going 1 meter a second, so that's not horrible. Alright, they're starting to move away again. Let's bring it back up here. There we go. Just fine tuning that orbit a bit. Notice we were up to 0.3. Now we're down to, or we were up to 1.0. Now we're down to 0.3 because of all the changes we've had to do here. So let's take it back up to 1. Come on in here, guys. We have presents for you. We got plenty of monopropellants. We don't have to worry about that. And it looks like we're coming in from the side, which would be good if we had the bigger ship with the bigger node, but we need to get transferred around to the nose. Although I could transfer the guy over through EVA, but I'd rather actually doing docking, so. Get the ship right on in here. And we need to get this off of there. Let's go ahead and turn the RCS off and use the wheel for a minute. We're just going to go right to there. And we'll turn that back on. And then slow her down. Alright. Now we're pretty much parked right there. Now we need to go ahead and turn that off. We use a reaction wheel to get turned around here. We need to be going this way. Turn the camera so I can see what I'm doing here. We need to... Oh, wait a minute. Need to tip it downward. Yeah. Alright. And then we want to go this way. That looks somewhat straight. We can get it better in a minute once we get behind it here. So now we need to go this way. And I thought I put this thing here on that other one. We need to get rid of that. Decouple. We can't be docking with a nose cone in the way. Just about there. No. That'll work right there. Now we need to go this way. Which we'll just go a tiny bit there, and we'll use the warp thing to move over here. Make sure we're still past it, which we are. Alright, so now we want to slow that up. Alright, I think we're pretty much right on there. We're at 0. We need to go up just a bit. Let's go ahead and aim the camera. Where the hell did the aim camera thing go? There we go. Aim the camera up here so I can see a little better. Bring them on in closer. So from the top view, it looks like we're kind of straight. We can come over just a tad. And this way, maybe come down just a bit. Alright, let's go back that way. We look like we're doing pretty good here. Come on. Ever so gently. There we go. Alright, we are now docked. So now we should be able to take this one and give it to that one. Take this one and give it to that one. And now when we check them, they actually have their EVA stuff. Go ahead and EVA our pilot. And there, now she has her EVA pack on. Alright, while we're here, we might as well send down a little bit of science. We don't have a whole lot, but we got a little bit. So we'll send that on down. And just in case we need an engineer up here, we're going to go ahead and transfer him. Where is my transfer crew? I'll put him in there. So we now have all three of them on the space station. And nobody in our capsule. So now it's just a matter of bringing the capsule back home. So let's decouple, undock, and switch back over here. Turn our SAS back on. And I want to go radial in. This will get us a little bit a ways from the ship so we don't have to worry about hitting the space station when we slow down. Alright, we'll go to retro. Open up the maneuver mode here so we can see the periapsis. And we're going to burn that down to about 30. And then we can speed up time so we get dropped in here. There we go. Hit number 1, bring the solar panels back in. Come on, there you go. Now, why are these chutes already deployed? I think my staging messed up because I swore those were in the right place too. So my chutes are already pre-deployed. That's kind of shitty. I'm going to go back and check the staging after we get done with this mission here. Let's go ahead and speed up. I've got plenty of fuel, so I can probably land this with that tank. We'll see if we can do it here. We'll have to do a powered landing. This was definitely more ship than what was needed. I could probably get to the space station at the moon with as much as I got on this ship. Go ahead and just slow this bad boy down to about... that'll work. Definitely not going to need the heat shield. I'll speed up. Let it drop down a little bit lower. Alright, it's starting to want to turn, so let's slow her down a bit more. Alright, we're below 1500. We should be pretty damn good. Just let her come on down, let the wind resistance slow us down. Once we get starting to turn again, slow it down some more. Don't want it turning. If it does, it's not a big deal because I can pop this tank right now and we'll be good. Let's go ahead and bring this down. We can go ahead and pop the drag chutes. There's main chutes. That'll bring us most of the way down, and then we'll use the fuel to finish it off, because we will not come down slow enough. I love how that pops apart when you're under time warp. Yeah, we're coming down at 40. So we're probably still going to come down around 15 to 20 once main chutes pop. Let's see. Yeah, actually 11, that's not that bad. We'll still probably pop the engine off though, if we try to land it at that speed. So we're still going to turn the engine on, but not too much. Go ahead and speed this up just a little bit. Get down to about 100 meters. Alright, now turn this on. Get about 5 or 6. There we go. And kill the engine. Chutes will drop. And there we go. We have successfully made it back from delivering a guy and a few jetpacks up to the space station. Hope you enjoyed this special little thing here. There's a new button I just seen a minute ago. We can warp to sunrise. So there you go. We warped to sunrise. Have a good one, guys.